of a good quality seedling cannot be overstated because it's the foundation upon which a great garden can survive. Right now we are on Farm Holdings Limited and we get to see how a seedling plays its role.
The mother garden is the most important aspect of the nursery. What you see over there, those are the pots.
Yeah, before you cut.
Before we plant. Now when we do the cutting, we do the seedlings, we put them in a bucket. And the reason we put them in a bucket is to disinfect them.
Yes.
After disinfecting, we plant. And after planting, we water and we cover.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have quite the powerhouse here.
Thank you.
Quality seedlings are the foundation of successful agriculture, representing the promise of abundant harvests and thriving crops. When meticulously nurtured from their earliest stages, these seedlings boast robust root systems, vibrant flora, and resilient traits that ensure their resilience in the face of adversity. From the nursery to the plantations, their superior genetics and careful cultivation lay the foundation for bountiful yields and sustainable farming practices. In essence, quality seedlings are the embodiment of excellence and the key to unlocking the full potential of every agricultural endeavor. Today, we are on Farm Holdings Limited, home to quality tree and coffee seedlings.
We do have both. We have eucalyptus seedlings. We also have coffee seedlings.
Yes.
At the moment, that's what we are doing.
Yes.
And the idea is to provide quality and affordable seedlings to the farming community.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you say good quality and affordable,
yeah.
What is affordable? Because that's subjective.
Well, affordable in the sense that seedlings generally are quite expensive.
Yeah.
But we try to use a lot of good methods to produce it at a quite cheap rate.
Yes.
So that people and farmers who are interested in trees, they can be able to get these trees at a price which is relatively less than what would be in the market.
And yet the quality is still very
Yet the
high.
quality is good.
For over 15 years, this farm has been a steadfast advocate for seedling production. Driven by the vision to elevate the nation's agricultural output, they have cultivated a legacy of excellence.
We have been in the seed era for quite a number of years, and this arose because of the fact that we realized that in Uganda today, one of the main issues in farming is getting quality seedlings. That's the reason why we went for this enterprise.
Yes.
And seedlings which we also wanted to grow ourselves, but at the same time also to share with the farming community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
and having done this for quite a number of years, it has helped us to perfect the art of doing the seedlings.
Yes.
So we are able to do these seedlings at a very, very good scale.
Yes.
And using very good methods. And because of practice, we do it cheap.
Of course.
With a sprawling expanse that spans miles, this nursery is arguably second to none. Here on this farm thrives the largest eucalyptus nursery in the country, with nearly 500,000 trees.
We have capacity to do quite a number of seedlings,
yes.
But usually the season we want to produce not less than 200,000 seedlings for people to buy. The species that we have for eucalyptus, they are known as GU7 and GU8. Yes. This is a very robust crop.
Yes.
It's a high yielding and quickly matures. Usually get market weight within 5 years to 6 years, and it's ready to go to the market. Yeah.
Well, that's impressive.
And extremely good quality.
Of course.
Yeah,
because
sure.
that's very important.
Yeah, sure.
It's very important.
What sets this nursery apart is not just its size, but its unwavering dedication to quality. Each seedling is extracted from a well-nurtured mother garden. ensuring that only the finest specimens find their way to the nursery and eventually to respective plantations countrywide.
This is what we call a mother garden.
Yes.
A mother garden, somebody could call it a mother garden or a parent garden. We get our seedlings from here. We produce these seedlings by cutting.
Yes.
We do cuttings, which we plant in pots. Pots are already filled with soil. We employ a medium known as the subsoil because we want a medium which is weed-free. Yeah, we mix it with sand to ensure that there is porosity, and when you pour water, water should be able to go through.
Yes.
And eucalyptus does so well in subsoil. Yeah, we put them in pots which are in the greenhouse.
Yes.
Yeah, we could go and you have a look at the greenhouse.
I would love that very much.
Yeah, sure. This is the water source.
Yes.
Yeah, we use underground water.
You pump it yourself?
Yeah, we use a shallow well system.
Yes.
We pump the water, it comes to the nursery because the nursery employs a lot of water.
Of course.
You can't do a nursery without water.
And it has to be a reliable supply.
Sure. So what you see here,
Yes.
this is a nursery. We grow our seedlings from this area. What you see over there, those are the pots.
Yeah. Before you cut.
Before we plant. Now when we do the cutting, we do the seedlings, we put them in a bucket. And the reason we put them in a bucket is to disinfect them.
Yes.
After disinfecting, we plant. We plant using a hormone, what we call a rooting hormone, so that they can grow roots as quickly as possible. And after planting, we water and we cover. The reason why we cover in this polythene for several reasons. One, to ensure that it's a hygienic environment where you plant, and at the same time prevent any pests from disturbing our plantlets.
Yeah.
The plants are kept in this medium for a period of almost 1.5 months.
Okay.
After a period of 1.5 months, we open. But we keep on checking to ensure that the plants are growing well.
Yeah.
In case they are not growing well, we try to remedy the situation. They may require a pesticide, or they may require some water or something like that. Then after a period of 1.5 months, we open the cover to ensure the plant gets used to the environment here within. Once it gets used to the outside environment, we transfer it to the hardening area, which is just outside. Yeah.
Okay.
And when we go to the hardening area, it means that the plant is ready to begin receiving direct sunlight.
Yes.
Yeah, now another area which we would also love to see.
Yes.
We have an area here,
Okay.
which is we call a cutting room. We cut our seedlings from here.
Yeah.
Once we cut the branches, or we harvest the branches from the garden,
Yes.
we bring them here, we put them on the tables,
Yes.
and we cut our seedlings, which we go to plant from here. Yeah, that's why you have all this. This is debris.
Yes.
And we put the seedlings in buckets. And we put a disinfectant in the buckets. The disinfectant is just to ensure that the seedling that you are going to plant is pest-free and is hygienic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically that.
So by the time you plant it, it's
Yes,
good.
it's
to
very
know.
hygienic. Yeah.
Well.
So this is a cutting room.
I like the cutting room.
Yeah.
Because it smells nice.
Yeah, it's the scent of eucalyptus
It
is
is
very nice and
amazing.
very healthy, of course.
Very healthy.
Very healthy.
It's got a good number of health benefits.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
You know?
oh yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
like it. I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So how many do you cut per? Do you do this daily? The
Yeah,
cutting of the seedlings?
during the planting season,
Yes.
I would say we do it daily. We have a team of about almost 13 people.
Yes.
They do this work. They do the cutting, they do the harvesting, they do the planting, they look after the plants in the greenhouses, they do the watering.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And the
Yeah,
planting
and it's a
season
full-time job.
The planting season would be when?
Usually we plant in the periods which are I would say the dry periods. And during the rainy season, people usually just come to take and plant.
Because they're now,
because now they are ready. Exactly.
So you have to be ahead of them.
Exactly.
You have to be.
Yeah, you prepare the seedling, they find it ready.
Yeah.
Speaking of planting seasons, here at the farm, every moment is carefully considered and orchestrated. From April to June, and then again from September to December, the fields come alive, ready for excellent service.
We will take a short commercial break, and when we return, there's a lot more to see and learn in the nursery realm.
With over 10 varieties of Robusta coffee, the farm ensures a steady supply to its nurseries, enriching both land and livelihood.
We have different varieties here, like you would say KR1, KR2, KR3, up to KR10. Now, KR stands for Kituza Robusta. Our crop is a Robusta crop because we are in the lowlands. We are not in the highland areas. And the reason why they are called Kituza, that's the name that was given by the developers of this crop. It was developed from Kituza, which is the National Coffee Research Center in Mukono.
And just as is the case with the eucalyptus, the coffee seedlings are extracted from a well-nurtured mother garden, grown solely for that purpose.
Coffee, the journey for coffee also begins in a mother garden.
Yes.
We have two major mother gardens here. One is down that side, another one is on the upper side, and then we have a nursery, which is also on that side. But we begin our seedling process of production from the mother garden. That's where we do the cuttings from.
As well. Like
Yes. After doing the cuttings, we put them in the pots. Just like the process of eucalyptus goes. It's the same almost for the coffee. But for coffee, instead of using subsoil, we use the topsoil.
Yes.
Because coffee requires a lot of nutrients.
So you need to retain.
Yeah, we need a lot of nutrients to help it really develop well.
Yes.
And topsoil has a lot of fertility. That's why we employ the topsoil.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see we do the same thing as we do with the eucalyptus here.
Exactly. The process begins by planting in the pots. The pots for coffee are slightly much bigger than eucalyptus because coffee takes a longer time to get out of discovering. With coffee, it takes almost 8 months. At some point, when it's ready to be uncovered, we uncover it. And then we look after it within the nursery, the nursery house. And we don't shift it, it remains in the same position.
Unlike the
eucalyptus.
These stay in here.
This stays, yeah.
So when people come and buy and take them out, you're sure they will thrive outside?
Yeah, you can, because already it has gotten used to the outside environment.
Yes.
In most cases, you water.
They need
water, constant watering. And once in a while, if there's an infestation of pests, we do some limited spraying. But here at Farm Holdings Plant and Tree Nursery, we try to use as little of pesticides as possible. Yeah. Most of our work here is almost organic.
Yes.
Almost organic. So here you would expect good quality seedlings, number one. Secondly, organic seedlings, and very healthy in nature, you can see them.
Have any doubt in the quality of the seedlings here? Well, do not, because this mother garden says it all, and you can feel it in the tone of Mr. Birungi's explanation.
The mother garden is the most important aspect of the nursery. First of all, it must be clean. Yeah. Extremely clean and hygienic. It must be pest-free. And secondly, you don't allow it to to have a lot of any other materials other than coffee.
Yes.
Yeah, so you will see that in our mother garden here, there's no other crop. It is only coffee.
Strictly coffee.
Strictly coffee. And we look after coffee.
Yes.
What you see all these are seedlings. Eventually we cut off these parts. After cutting them off, we propagate them in a pot.
Yeah.
After propagating them in a pot, we grow them until they are ready for somebody to go and plant.
Yeah.
If you can see the way the mother garden is maintained, there are no weeds.
No.
And that's a very important requirement. Secondly, they should be really healthy. Don't allow any pests.
Yes.
If you detect any pests coming in, you must make sure that you handle the question of pests. Such that when you come to cut the seedlings, when you come to cut the branches from which we get the seedlings, you will be taking a healthy plant.
Of course.
You'll be taking a healthy plant.
So all these, you can harvest, you can cut anytime?
Yes. You only cut as and when they are ready. They must be leafy. They must be quite leafy at a good length.
Oh, okay.
And this is exactly what you are seeing here.
So to make sure that the nursery is thriving, it's got its own manager. And we have Goreti here. She's going to demonstrate how we cut off the mother plant and prepare it into the pot, yes? And then into the nursery. So Goreti, show us how this works.
What I'm doing is harvesting. This one is called a shoot. So I'm going to cut what we plant. This process is called clipping.
So what we have cut here are seedlings ready for planting. And as you can see, they don't have leaves and they are cut in a sharp way. The reason why we cut them in a sharp way is to ensure this can enter the soil in the pot. We use a medium known as rooting hormone because they have no roots, but rooting hormones helps it to develop roots. So these are the seedlings we have prepared, and then the system is known as stem cutting. Yeah, it's stem cutting, and it's what we grow into our coffee seedlings. So these seedlings are ready to go to the pots. Yeah.
Let me ask, how many seedlings can we get per plant?
A plant can give you quite a number. It could give you ranging from 5 to over 10.
Do you have instances where a customer comes and they don't necessarily want those in the nursery? They just want you to do the clippings and then give them?
This would not be good for a farmer because the time by which this gets ready to go to the market is almost 8 months. So an ordinary farmer may not be able to look after it. So that's why we employ the nursery mechanism. We keep them in the nursery, we look after them for the 8 months, we do the dirty job for you.
It is no wonder that their efforts have garnered recognition far and wide. With a mantle adorned with certificates of excellence, this farm is worth all the applause as the poster child of quality seedlings.
This is our office. You can see our certificates and licenses. We are duly certified.
Yeah.
This is a 5-star nursery. Yeah, meaning that we do seedlings at an extremely high level. Yeah, we are certified up to 2026, I think you can see there.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So these ones are for eucalyptus.
Yes.
And the first one is for coffee.
For coffee.
Yeah. The first one is from UCDA.
Yes.
Then the second one is from FAO and the Ministry of Water and Natural Resources.
Yes.
Yeah. And what you see there is a nursery calendar. That was for last year. Yeah, but we do activities here in accordance with the calendar. Depending on the month, this shows you the activities that are done in a particular period. Though this was for last year, the ones behind are for the other years, but this shows you that we follow a program and timetable on how we carry out activities here.
Yes.
Yes. You're welcome to sign in our visitors book.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I am quite privileged.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, nurseries are very good for so many reasons. One, you promote production of good and quality seedlings, and at the same time to ensure that people can get seedlings of a quality nature, which is very good. But at the same time, here what we do, which is also interesting, this is a project we teach people. Yeah. We teach people how to do seedlings here. Especially our target is the youth and even women. We've trained quite a number of women groups, quite a number of youth in order to do quality seedlings and to enable them go and start similar nurseries elsewhere. Yeah, we find that very fulfilling because when they go, they are able to set up small nurseries. Yeah. You don't need to do something big as this. You can begin small. We began with just a small, like just a few meters nursery, but it keeps on growing. Yes. You grow it until up to the size you want.
It gets to where you believe it should be. Well, that's all we had for you today. Thank you so much for joining us today. Do not forget that if you missed these episodes, you can catch them on YouTube. Keep those comments coming in. #NTV Seeds of Gold.